Hello friends, this is Price Praveen Prakash from NR Institute of Technology. Today we're gonna discuss about face recognition and face detection technology. This technology is widely used in many of the systems. It is basically an AI model which uses face recognition and detection concepts. So let's get dive into this concept. First, let me introduce the face recognition concept. Face recognition is type of a biometric software application in which the face will be recognized by the machine learning model using patterns. So the face will be analyzed and the patterns has been founded, and if the patterns has been uh, present in the model, it will recognize that face. So what is in biometrics? Now we will discuss about concept of biometrics. Biometrics is nothing but a unique characteristics or measurable things of an human being, that is, that can be finger scan or facial recognition, iris scan, retina scan, hand scan. These five are physiological biometrics. These are based on human body. Next three are behavioral biometrics. Those are voice scan, signature scan, keystroke scan. These three are nothing but the biometrics based on actions. So with the help of these biometrics, generally an authentication will be provided for any of the models or any of the real-time examples. So I think you may got the basic idea of the biometrics. Next thing is, let's get into the topic of face detection. Face detection is a computer technology where the human face will be detected with the help of the data which has been fed to the machine learning model. The data can be of images or videos. The data will be taken in the form of data sets, and we will train the machine with the help of the data set, so that if there is any concept of detection, it starts to detect the face with the help of the knowledge it has gained through training. Now, basically, there are some machine learning algorithms to detect the face. It in video or images which we are gonna feed to the machine. The machine takes some patterns. It will take shapes, textures, colors, patterns of the face, and it will notify everything, so that if the type of face come to the machine for testing purpose, if it will definitely tell us that it is a face. And the next thing is, basically in face detection we use different type of algorithms, that mean approaches. Those are hard cascading, neural networks, and feature based approaches. So these type of machine learning algorithm uses human face, and it identifies shape of the eyes, mouth, and where these eyes or mouth are situated in our face, etc. So that while detection of faces, it uses that data to detect the faces. So the next slide, face detection. In basically in previous slide we have seen that how the face has been detected. In this slide we will now able to see that how what are the steps involved in the face detection. Now the first step is capturing the face. Basically a face capturing can be done using a video capture device, or even from the social media. So a image or a video can be taken from any of the platform, and we can train that image or videos to the machine. This can be come under the step 1, capturing, and the second step is extracting. Now what we have to do is, we have to extract the data from the face, that is face alignment or position, eyes position, mouse position, etc. are being extracted from the image or video we have been provided. Next step is comparison. Now we have to compare the uh, since we got all the data about the positions in our face and the alignment of the face. Now we have to compare that face with respect to database, and we in our database we gonna have other face data. With that data we have to compare the face we have taken at present. So then next comes is matching. So as you can see here, matching is nothing but the identification of the face. In previous step on comparing, we just make the database, we compare the data, we compare the facial data with the existing database. If there is a match found with the data in database, then we can able to say that the face has been detected and it will match to the respective face. So the face recognition is completed. Cause we have the data in our database, we can able to detect that face and recognize the person whom we take in the database, whom we take in the data for as a face. So let me give the 4 steps easily. Capturing, we have to capture the face data. Second thing, extracting, we have to extract alignment and patterns of our face, such as eye position, nose position, eyebrows position, etc. And we have to compare the whole data which we have extracted with our database. And if there is a match found, then it will, we can able to say that we have a face, and we had recognized that face if we have a match with the data. Second thing is example of face detection and recognition system. Here an example is given and a name has been displayed. In this example we can say that first we have to take the data, that is image, and second we have to extract the positions of this respective person, and third thing we have to update the database, and at the process of testing we will test whether that image has been in our database. So if there is image, there is a match found, then the identification will be done with the help of name. Since that person name is given as Prince in database, that respective name will be displayed and a face has been detected in this example. Now here is the performance of FDRS, face detection and recognition system. There is two major rates to tell about the performance of a FDRS model. First thing is false rejection rate. In this false rejection rate, it is nothing but the probability of a system depends upon the number of false rejection rate divided by number of enrollee identification attempts. Okay, let me give you in easy terms. First thing is false rejection rates. Okay, it is nothing but the percentage. For what? Number of false rejection rates, that is your face is already trained by the system. That means your machine learning model has trained with your facial data. So if you try to test the machine learning model with the same facial data, it should give you a correct response. That means it should give you an output that this face is recognized by me. In that terms it should give you an output. But in this situation it gives a false rejection. That means it doesn't reject your face, it doesn't accept your face as a recognized one, even though you have given your data. So this is false rejection rate. And next thing is number of enrollee identification attempts. That means the person, how many times he has enrolled in that model, I mean how many times he has feed his data in that model. So it is nothing but a person will attempt to check his face will be recognized by the model or not, and the model will give a response like your face is not recognized. This is the scenario of false rejection rate and false acceptance rate. In this scenario, what will happen is a person is not enrolled in our database. That means the facial data of that person is not present. We we have not trained our model with that data, but our machine learning model our machine learning model, what it says is it will accept that face and it will recognize that face too. So this is a false thing, that is nothing but a false acceptance rate. Even though we don't having that data, the machine learning model will say that it is having that data. So this is a false acceptance concept. And these are the two performances of FDRS. Okay, let me give you an example with real time. Basically, every college nowadays having FRS, facial recognition system attendance. So in that attendance, sometimes an enrollee, an enrolled person, the data has been uploaded to the app, but while recognition of respect to face, the app will say that this person face is not recognized by that app. At that scenario, the concept is the first one, false rejection rates. In another scenario, the data has been given to the app. That means a respective person, a respective student face details has been given to that app, and it is been trained with that data. But while if you try to recognize that face using that app, it says that it doesn't have that face data. It doesn't have that face data, which means it is a false rejection rate. And false acceptance rate, it's a scenario where you doesn't train that student's face in that model, but that app recognizes that person's face with another person's name. That's wrong, so it is known as false acceptance. I think you got a basic idea about this performance of FDRS. And next thing is where this face recognition concept has been using in present days, in which softwares it is being used. First thing is Google Picasa. Google Picasa uses this face recognition software to detect the people's face in a respective picture. And Sony Picture Motion Browser, PMW, these PMW uses face recognition and face detection technologies of a person, and it will tag the faces with respect to names of that person. And Facebook also uses face recognition technology to detect the person faces, and Windows Live Photo Gallery uses the same technology for face recognition in videos and images which you have saved in your gallery. Next, deployment of FDRS. It's nothing but the where we can use the FDRS, in where we can deploy and where we can use. And the first image tells us for surveillance purpose. So in cameras, in traffic cameras or street cameras, we can use this technology to detect respective person's face. And in another photo we can able to see face detection in a phone, which is used for attendance system in present days. And in the third one we can able to see face detection for a health sector or for a company. Through face detection at the entrance gate, the company gives the attendance to that respect to employee or employee. And applications, since we are discussing some of the applications in previous slide, this will be more easier to understand. For the first one, security and surveillance, it is well known, so that if we track someone's face through security and surveillance, we can able to know where the person goes and what will be the daily activities of that person. And in healthcare sector, we can know the history of that person, history of that health, history of the health of that respective person will be known through this thing. In education, we can give the attendance to the students, and in law enforcement, we can check whether the respective person is having any cases on him or not, that if he is a suspect or if he is a non-ethical person, we can able to track him. And the other thing is advantages and disadvantages. Now, advantage, we will discuss advantages first. Improved security. Cause we are using a better technology, we got improvement in security, and in real time it is a powerful tool for the application of security. Face recognition and face detection will help in making our life more secure than the previous ones. Okay, next thing is convenience. Our daily activities will be more convenient, cause unlocking a phone with a password or key will be a time taking and a hectic process if you are busy in schedule. With the help of face recognition, it will be quite easy than the using of password or a key to unlocking your phone. So this is a basic scenario of unlocking your phone, which gives the concept of convenience. And accuracy. Face recognition accuracy depends upon the data which we have being fed to the model. We have to make consider that there is can be chances of false face detections or incorrect face identification. There are risks for these cases, so the accuracy should be high to maintain a good diversity and good environment while using the technology. And speed. The next thing is speed. In facial recognition technology, the speed is the main thing. It will recognizes faces as fast as it should be, cause in traffic areas, if you want to use this technology in traffic cameras, it should be very speed and accurate, so that we can able to track every person face in the traffic. Next thing is versatility. In versatility, face recognition technology, versatility can be a huge concept, which means it should be versatile. That means it should be used for many, it should be used in many ways. That is for in today we have learned that it is used for healthcare, surveillance, and for attendance, and for marketing, etc. We have seen law enforcement, etc. So these are the versatile environments or versatile scenarios where this machine learning face recognition and face detection can be used. And now we move to the disadvantages. The main disadvantage is its inaccuracy. There is a situation where will be the machine learning will perform in with inaccuracy. That means due to some conditions, that is facial expressions or lighting, etc. Because of these conditions, the inaccuracy can be seen in this face recognition face detection technology. And next thing, second one is privacy concerns. Many of the people don't like to remove their privacy, cause these will be the main thing. Privacy is considered as the main thing for many of the human beings. With this technology, uh, the privacy can be removed, so it is a main concern. And the bias and discrimination. The bias and discrimination can be like it for races, for genders, or physical structures. The machine learning algorithm or this facial detection and recognition technology may perform in different ways, so there can be a bias and discrimination, and these can cause further problems. And security. The next thing is security risks. the sensitive information. Since facial recognition and facial detection uses sensitive information of the face data, the security risks are very high. So if there are hackers, they will hack our database, and they can get the facial data. So this is a very important thing which we have to take respect to measures. And last thing is cost and implementation challenges. In this, what we do is, the machine learning model, basically the machine learning model which we gonna construct, uses helps in facial detection and facial recognition. But in practical, if you want to make this concept in practical, we should have some technical items. That means a surveillance camera and exam and chips, sensors, etc. has to be maintained, and those can those can be brought with high costs for accuracy. Since we want to have a greater accuracy and greater speed, a well quality of equipments are needed. So if you want to afford that well quality equipments, it will give us a huge amount to pay. Thank you.